Hello YouTube and welcome to another SQLite tutorial. So in this video I will show you how to prevent SQLite injection attacks. So are you ready? Let's get started. So actually the idea behind SQL injection is actually to enter some malicious code so we can have access to some database object that we are not allowed to access. Okay, so in order to clarify that, let's see that in example. So first of all, let me connect to my sample DB here. So I will type as always SQLite sample DB. Here we go. Let's say the table that are inside this database. So I will type dot tables, and here we have actually 4 tables. So let's focus on the students table here. So let's show all the real records in this table. So select all from students. So here, as you can see, we have 11 rows. Okay, so let's display it more clearly. So I will move to mod actually column, and with separator is equal to that. Okay, so now you can see it more clearly here. We have 11 rows, so each row contains the name actually of students and the department which he belongs, and here actually the date he entered the school. So let's say for example we have a web application and the user actually enters his ID and get all the information about him. So this web application will have as an interface or as an input actually only the user ID. So for example, let's see the details of user ID 9. So in our back office we will have a query like that, where actually student ID is equal to 9. Okay, so when the user input this 9 here, this value 9, he will get all the details corresponding to his records. Okay, but what happens that instead of the students enter his actually ID, enters something else, for example like operator or 0 equal to 0. So here what happens actually? Here we have a condition where, and we have 2 operand or 2 sides. The left side actually is true and the right side will be always true. So the whole condition will always be true. So this time, instead of giving just the record for student number 9, we will get also all the details of our table. So let's actually execute this query here. Here we go. You can see now that even we specified user ID, but this OR operator, we have access to all the data in our table. So this is a kind of SQLite injection that actually we must prevent. And another and very worse scenario, that actually the user can enter something very bad here. So let's say for example, instead of just entering the number 9, he enters something like this: semicolon, drop, table. For example, marks, because here we have 4 tables. Let's say that he has entered that. So here what happens? Actually, we have added to the user ID some SQL statement, and this SQL statement is drop table marks. So what happens if we have executed this whole sentence here? We get actually the information that we want, which is the record for student ID 9, but we have something else that happens. Let's see our tables now. We have only 3 tables instead of 4. So the user had entered some malicious code, and this code actually has destroyed our table marks. So this is also the kind of very dangerous SQL injection. So how to prevent that? How we can actually get rid all of these things here, or this malicious code? So the trick is really simple. So instead of entering or accepting the input like it is, we put it in a string. So let's execute first malicious code here. So this time we have actually to accept all the sentence as a string. So if we make it as a string, we'll get nothing, because actually the SQL statement will never be executed, because this time it's a string, not like it was before. We have entered without assigning it to a string. Here we can have all the data, and the same thing happens to the last actually malicious code. So here's for example to destroy table tests. If we put that all inside string, our table will never be actually destroyed. We'll get always our tables tests, as you can see here. So this is how to prevent actually SQL injection with SQLite. So it's a very important topic. That was just an introduction to how to prevent SQLite injection attacks. Okay, so as always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I want to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.